Well, good morning. We are out here today on the lake. Decided to stay a little bit closer to home, so we are on good old Fort Loudoun. Just put in, it's 8:30 right now, and yeah, we got some clouds. I believe it's going to rain this afternoon, so thought I'd come out here and try to learn how to ledge fish. But with it being cloudy, I don't know. I may have to hit the bank. Not exactly sure. So I might hit the bank first and try that out. But I don't know. I really want to learn how to ledge fish, and I don't know how fish act on deep water. I'm a bank beater. I've always been a bank beater. I've always fished shallow. Like the deepest I've ever fished is like 10 foot, maybe 13 feet, the deepest I've ever casted into. I just don't have the confidence to fish deep water, but I'm hoping to change that today. And anyway, so I'm going to utilize my electronics today. I normally don't, but today I'm going to. So we're going to use the Smart Strike. I got the Smart Strike chip in here. We're going to go to the lake, go over here and find, well, I guess I hope I went to the right area, Fort Loudoun. So east or west, and this is more of a west side. Like we're right here, Louisville Point Park, and so it's kind of split up on this map. So we're gonna go, because I kind of want to go that way. So we'll go west, and then we're going to go up here to largemouth, summer, morning, afternoon, hazy skies, wind is calm, water is always murky and stained because this is not a clear lake. And we will hit execute. All right, well, anything that's highlighted in pink is where we should be fishing. So it looks like there's all kinds of places right here, all kinds of places. So this might be a good place to start. We'll just start right here then. Well, when I find something, I'll turn the cameras back on. But right now, I'm just going to be graphing, because I want to learn this stuff, and it's the only way to do it. It's just to get out here and do it. Anyway, stay tuned. Now, this might be, I don't know, but they're scattered all across the bottom. I'm not sure. We're in 13 feet of water now. That I'm not sure about. This one I'm not too sure about. But they're all across, staggered across the bottom like that. They're not grouped up. I mean, you got two right here side by side, but then you got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I don't know. I'm gonna, again, we're going to drop the trolling motor and check them out on live. But it's all throughout this pink area. So yeah, there's another one. There's another one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you fish it? There's some rocks. There's something. I'm not exactly sure what that is. That might be an underwater spring or something. You know what? I think I want to mark that. That might be an underwater spring. But yeah, you see these little dots? There's probably another boulder. I don't know. Let's check it out. Well, a little bit of an update. Those were definitely not bass. with the live down there, I was like, yeah, that's not bass. There's just no way. Excuse me. Alright, well, let's just keep on poking along. That's not bass. Okay, well, we're gonna fish the bank now because we've not had much luck, and there's some pink up through here. There we go. There we go. Nice. He ain't gonna keep though. I ain't gonna keep though. Oh, spinnerbait. There we go. Looks like we're gonna stay shallow. And he's a keeper. Let's see. I don't know. He might not be a keeper. Let's just see. Yeah, no. Cool. But man, I tell you what, it is hard. It has been hard for me to find a good spinnerbait. This is a three-blade spinnerbait. It's all white, and I've got the missile baits. I love missile baits. Plastics. This is their trailer, a little spunk shad trailer, and man, it runs true. Like, it runs straight up and down. The spinner baits that I've used in the past, I really like those Terminator spinner baits, but the last few that I've gotten, they roll. And a lot of spinner baits that I have, because I reel kind of fast, I'm not a very good spinner bait fisherman. And you know, with the wind right now, I figured right now would be a good time to be throwing a spinner bait. But a lot of spinner baits that I use or I've tried, and I've got a whole box of them, they just roll. They just start rolling. They roll up on their side, and I don't like that. And that's probably why I don't ever catch fish on them. But a buddy of mine told me about this particular spinner bait at the fishing show there at the East Tennessee Fishing Show in Knoxville, and they didn't have them in packages. They had them in bulk, and they were hanging up. And so me and Holly went over there and just kind of looked at them, and we bought a bunch. And I was like, you know, hey, listen, and my buddy was like, hey man, you really need to try that spinnerbait, because I pretty much wrote spinnerbaits off. I'll just throw a jackhammer. So anyway, I bought a bunch to try out, and I tell you what, I like them. They run straight, they run true. I haven't seen one roll on its side or anything like that. So I think I'm just going to continue to use them. But yeah, I can't remember the name of it. You guys can probably look it up. It's a Jacob Wheeler Signature Series by X brand or whatever it is. I don't know, but I'll have to, like I said, I'll leave the name down there, and I'll leave a link to this particular spinnerbait right here in the description below. Anyway, check it out if you're looking for a good spinnerbait. Check it out. Hope pretty particular about lures and stuff. I'm real particular. I'm not necessarily brand loyal, so if I say it's good, I'm gonna tell you it's good. I'm not gonna feed anybody with a line of BS. I'm really impressed with this spinnerbait. Hopefully we can find a bigger bite. We're watching Bass Live, by the way. There we go. Nice. On the BFS setup. It's a 6-pound test line. I gotta be careful. Come here. Ugh. All right. On the old jiggy minute. Ain't gonna keep. But there's a little brush pile right down there. I'm fishing. Wow, I told the wife I was only gonna be out here till 11 o'clock. Well, here it is, 12:20. Sorry, honey. I'm just catching fish right now, babe. You know what I mean? I'm just catching fish. Oh, first keeper today. I'll be dang. Yeah, on the spinnerbait. First keeper of the day. Pretty sure it's a keep. Let's find out. Oh yeah, all day long. Almost 15 inches. So there we go. Little 15-incher. Lord. Well, that feels like a big one. Felt like a big one. But it wasn't. It was underneath that tree. Well, everything I've caught's been on this spinnerbait, so I think I'm just going to lock the spinnerbait in my hand for the rest of the day. That splashed me right in the face. He destroyed that thing. Man, I'm enjoying throwing a spinnerbait again. I'm enjoying throwing a spinnerbait again. I've caught what, 4 or 5 fish off this thing today? And all I do is bend the blades right back and it still runs true. Might as well put all these other rods up. I mean, they're not big, they're just fun to catch. Not fishing a tournament, I'm just fun fishing. So, works out good. All right, well, that wraps up today. It's 1:25. Boat traffic's picked up, the yachts are out. it's time to go home. So let's go over today. Caught one decent one on the old jig head minnow. 3/16 ounce. We're using the. This is my favorite. This is my favorite jig head right here, or jig head, but the minnow. It's the 0Z2 from Strike King. That's in the color gray glimmer pearl. That's the color. Seems to work out pretty good out here. The idea was to go out and fish deep, but I couldn't find anything deep, and what I did find just would not bite anything. Even hovered this little minnow over their heads, that didn't work. Threw a crankbait, that didn't work. Threw a jig, didn't work. All that good stuff. Spinnerbait, slow rolled this big spinnerbait, that didn't work. And then I decided to go shallow. I was like, you know, hey, came out here to catch a little bit of fish. Let's spend the last couple hours and let's go beat the bank like I always do. I just need to come out here and dedicate to fishing deep if I'm gonna get good at it. And I'm just not. I'm not good at it. I'm a bank beater. But went to the bank with a spinnerbait and started catching fish. So this is the Accent, I believe it is, the Jacob Wheeler three blade spinnerbait, and white. Got the missile bait spunk shad as the trailer there. That seems to work out pretty good. And yeah, so just threw it around the rocks, docks, trees, laydowns, brush, submerged brush, all that good stuff. And we was able to catch a few fish. Had 2 keepers for the day, and yeah, that was pretty much it. And I threw that on the G Loomis IMX Pro spinnerbait 6'9", extra fast action with the Shimano Corrado 201 HG left-handed reel, 7-4 gear ratio. That's my spinnerbait. That's my spinnerbait setup. And yeah, man, I like this. I like the spinnerbait. You know, for a long time, I just could not find a good spinnerbait. Like the old Terminator spinnerbaits are really good. I like those. And then just recently, the last couple of years, I've noticed that those Terminators started like rolling. They started rolling on their sides, especially after you catch a couple fish on them. And so I would buy other brands, and same thing. They just roll. And I just lost confidence in spinnerbait. So I started throwing a jackhammer. I got it tied on over there, and I just threw a jackhammer and basically replaced the spinnerbait. And then a buddy of mine told me about these spinnerbaits, the Ascent Jacob Wheeler edition. And it didn't have to be a Jacob Wheeler edition. It could be just the Ascent edition. But I got this one. This is the Jacob Wheeler version, triple blade. And man, I like it. It don't roll. This thing was all tore up. Like all the blades were like flipped around this way. The arm was flipped around that way. And I straightened it back out and put it back in tune. And it never rolled. It never rolled on its side. No matter how fast I was reeling it, it never rolled. And yeah. So I think I found a good spinnerbait. I'm about to get waked here in just a minute. So yeah, that's good news for me. I'll leave the link down in the description below if you guys want to go check it out. But if you don't have one of these in your arsenal, these spinnerbaits, I suggest picking up a couple, because man, they're good spinnerbaits. So anyway, that's pretty much the day. we're on summer break with the tournament series right now with the Luke 511 guys, and we took 2 months off for the summer. We'll start back up in September down in Chickamauga, and that's going to be the next tournament. I'm going to start going down the Chick and refamiliarizing myself with the lake, because I've not been on the lake in 2 years. So we're going to go down there and check it out, and just start marking brush piles and stuff like that, and kind of so I can have some waypoints to run to. Probably going to focus around Dayton area, maybe the river, and hopefully the grass is hopefully there's a good frog bite going on up there. I don't think it'll be matted up like it does normally in October, but hopefully there'll be some what is that thing doing? Hopefully there'll be some grass up there and be a good frog bite. But yeah, guys, appreciate you hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you can, please. It helps the channel. Check out some of the other videos, some of the tournament videos where we took the win on Fort Loudoun, and almost got the win on Watts Bar, but didn't quite pull it off. But anyway, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you watching.